From our studios of the Tim Brazier campus of North Greenville University, this is Show After the Show as we get to know the people who make this community so great. Today, you're going to meet somebody who's very passionate about creation versus evolution from Genesis Seminars. It's Steve Levinson, which I understand you're from Rutherford, North Carolina. Is that right?
That's right, Rutherford County.
Rutherford County and Rutherfordton. That's
Yep.
that's a tough one to say.
It is.
At least out of my tongue, I tell you. You grew up there.
Well, actually, no. I grew up in Tampa, Florida, but we've been there about almost 20 years.
Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
You and I are Tampa Bay folk.
Well,
Because I was born and raised in St. Petersburg,
Well,
just
okay.
the other side of the bay of Tampa.
Yeah. Well, we got to talk later.
Yeah, we certainly do. You spent 20 years in Rutherfordton.
Yes.
I saw a picture of your family. It's huge.
Yes, we have 5 children, soon to be 8 grandchildren, and we've adopted 3.
When did you adopt?
We adopted about 2.5 years ago, and the boy is 7, and his sisters are 9 and 10.
That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of love to share with a lot of people. I love that.
And patience.
Yeah, it does take a lot of patience. You are right. Now, I understand because you had introduced yourself to me and you said, well, I'm Jewish. I understand your dad was Jewish.
That's right. He was born in Russia, which is today Ukraine, and he was actually born in 1902, so he was much older than my mom, and I'm one of 7 siblings.
Something happened in your life in 1979. What was that?
That's when Jesus found me at a Billy Graham crusade, and my brother and sister as well came to know Christ. So
All at the same crusade?
yes,
So that's when everything changed for you
absolutely.
and put you on a trajectory of where you are today with your ministry of Genesis Seminars.
Yes, that's right. Was 17 in high school, and typical 17-year-old that did stuff he shouldn't have done, but God got a hold of me at a revival and called me into full-time ministry. So I guess you can say I've been in ministry since I was 17. In some shape or form through churches, working in schools, Christian schools, public schools, and today I'm a creation speaker.
Yeah, and you go around and you teach in a lot of different churches and what you do. And I understand you get a little bit of help from several characters
I do.
to do that.
You want to see a helper?
I would love to see them.
All right.
Well, good to meet you. Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Livingstone. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Dr.
So
Livingstone.
how are you feeling today? I hear you're not doing too well. Can I see?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're doing okay. You're doing all right. So, yeah, this is my my morning get up when I do my gospel illusion presentation. It's called Creation to Communion.
And what does this character do?
Okay,
Dr.
so
Livingstone.
so now I'm Dr. Livingstone, which the Lord gave me the idea. My last name is Levinson, so and we are as believers living stones, and we know the cornerstone, chief cornerstone, is Christ. So I, as a boy, always wanted to be a magician, as a lot of boys do, and I also wanted to be a doctor. So here I am.
You put them all together.
In God's way. I am Dr. Livingstone. So what I do is I present the presentation, Creation to Communion. I do the gospel illusions from creation all the way to when we get to heaven. And so I start off, making something appear and talk about the things God created. And so it's just a real fun presentation. And I've actually seen several people come to Christ through it. So it's just a God thing.
Now, who else do you have with you?
Oh, I have another friend. You want to see him?
Yeah, please. Oh, good to meet you, sir.
Well, yeah, Steve Levinson, creation speaker. So what I do is on Sunday night, kind of, do the little paleontologist thing. And so I talk about fossils, Noah's Ark, and dinosaurs. And there's so much confusion today when it comes to those issues. And so I kind of bring people to the realization that there's 2 kinds of sciences. There's a fake science and a real science, and the real science agrees with God's Word. So I really educate people on, the dating methods and different things. It's not very technical, but people understand the difference of the fake versus the real science when I'm done.
You mentioned dinosaurs because people go, I don't see that in the Bible.
Okay, so Genesis chapter 1, verse 25 talks about the beast of the earth. So not only do we have the scientific evidence of dinosaurs. It's in the Bible as well. So what we see in God's world agrees with what we read in God's Word. So we do see dinosaur tracks and human tracks that overlay each other. And it does talk about dinosaurs in the Bible, Genesis 1:25, and also in the book of Job.
Just doesn't name them as dinosaurs, which
Doesn't
is
name
probably where
them.
some people have the confusion.
Sure. Well, the Bible does talk about dragons.
Right.
And I believe that's the old word for the new word dinosaur, because dinosaur was coined in the 1800s. So.
Well, as a matter of fact, there's something.
Yeah, so I brought Moki here today.
Hey, Moki.
And so I like to use Moki in a presentation here. And he's just a lot of fun with really all ages. And he's I named him Moki. I wrote a book about dinosaurs, and there's a dinosaur in Africa, in the Congo, that people have seen there for decades, and they call him Mokele Mubembe. So I think Moki's got to sneeze here, so excuse me when he sneezes, okay? Oh, excuse me. That's so bad, Moki. You didn't say I got to sneeze or anything, so anyway.
Do you need a tissue, Moki? You going to be okay? He's going to be okay. That's great. And there's a young gentleman that's running around down here.
Sure. This is my... I have many characters here. He dropped his hat. Maybe you can help me with his hat here. And so this is my Jewish grandpa. He's a farmer. This is Farmer Jacob here. And he likes to tell jokes. So... yeah, I like to tell jokes, all right. So, I lost my hat again. And so what's your joke for today, Grandpa Jacob? Well, let's see. Where did copper wire come from?
Where?
You don't know who invented copper wire?
Who invented copper wire?
Yeah, it's two Jews fighting over a penny.
Oh, my word.
So, anyway, we have a lot of fun with Grandpa Jacob there. And so, yeah, I got a lot of options.
Yeah, I like how you encompass every member of the family. I mean, from the
That's
oldest
right.
person to the youngest person with what you do, so everybody can comprehend
Absolutely.
what you teach with Genesis seminars.
Absolutely. Even in the Gospel Illusion presentation, a lot of people think it's just for kids, but adults love it, and they just get a lot out of it. So it's pretty life-changing.
So how does someone connect with you so that we can get you into the churches?
Hey, I like that question. So they can go to my website, genesisseminars.org, or our phone number is 828-223-2107.
And he's willing to come right to your church, and you can see the presentation that just makes it so easy for people to understand. And I'm so grateful that you do it that way. Genesis Seminars, we've got the link for you provided right here on Show After the Show. And we'll see you next time.